Good evening, folks. We are going to start the weekend off with a project. I'll call this a redo. I had done some Lee dyes a few months back that were a little rusty, and I kind of caught the middle of the process. So I thought I would try and do it from start to finish, completely documenting it with my new best friend, Krud Kutter for Rust. And what I've been doing in the background is checking classifieds for a set of dyes that are super rusty, but that are quality. So, in my opinion, RCBS is a quality product. In fact, this is their full-length die set for 223, and I don't think it has the shell holder. And I'd love to know what that price actually is. So I think what I'm going to do as part of this lovely video is get some isopropyl alcohol out and try and do a little forensic discovery and see if that will play nice. And if we can see what unfortunately, they did a really good job of can't tell, but considering the style of that price tag, I'm going to say these are old as heck, old as can be. And I don't know if there's any other way to date these. So if anybody knows how old these might be, give me a shout. And now for the unveiling. Dun 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 dun. Old paperwork, old stickers. And these are rusty as all hell. Look at that. Just disgustingly rusty. So rusty, it looks like it wants to come off on my hands. That is just gross. So, my goal is to reuse this microwave dinner contraption to save space on the bath and the liquid requirement. In fact, let me try and wonder if these will even come apart. Oh, they're like they're so rusty, they're sticky. They've got like a gunk on them. This one looks like, okay, so this one might come apart a little better. This is a seating. And this is, but what I don't see, I don't think it's got all its parts. I think it's missing the component that actually makes it seat. So let's see if it has any instructions. 12. The cedar plug, yes. So the cedar plug is missing from here. So that kind of sucks. But the activity wasn't about working dies. It was about restoring dies. So we will take that apart. Take this apart. And because this is brass and it doesn't look like it's damaged, we will remove it. Do the same thing on this one. That's easy enough to polish up. Oh, this is just nasty. This is just all kind of gunk on here. That's the original band, I guess you would call it. And in order to get that out, methinks in theory it should be as simple as loosening that. I'm going to do this over here because Murphy's Law says this will drop and go nuclear into the bowels of the garage. This is really gross. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a break here. And I'm going to run this under the sink because I don't know what all that shit is. But clearly there's something on the dies. So I'm going to get them to a little better condition before I throw them in with the crud cutter. I'll be right back. Alright, a little soap and water does wonders. Not perfect, but better than what it was. I don't know what that stuff is in there. I don't know if you can see that. I was gonna say like grease but whatever it is really dried on there, so we're gonna let the crud cutter deal with it. But I mean, they're just super shitty. Everything is just not good. And I'm thinking that screws in there as well. Let me bust out the instructions again. No, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what it ties itself to. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So, bath time. Alright, so we have the main pieces, some supporting roll pieces that aren't so bad. I know what's going to end up happening here. We'll bathe these in the chemical, and then at the end of the day they're going to end up getting blued again because they nasty. And actually this is the worst of the two, but the crud cutter that'll separate the two. And since this tip is not as bad as this end down here, I'll try and keep things together for together's sake. Okay, here comes the crud. This stuff is yucky. It's stinky. It's green. And the reason I wanted to put it in a very shallow or thin area as opposed to something wider like this is because and I know I'm going to probably lose those two tips. So maybe I'll use another container and put them in there. So that's going to set maybe for a day. Let me zoom in on that. And that will cook away, or whatever the right phrase is. Yeah, there was just some nasty, nasty shit on that. And those dyes. Lots of neglect. So maybe I can reach out to RCBS and let them know that I lost my seating head. I don't know if I have any other RCBS dyes. Number 12, the seater plug. Yes. So this is what we're going after. We want the dye to look like that. So we want that dye to have that kind of luster. The luster is gone, and we want to return the luster. Some cedar dyes, yeah, missing parts, which not unexpected considering the price I paid, the age, and the condition of these dyes. These dyes are beat. These dyes are beat. All right, that's it for until later in the weekend when we let this cook off for a period of time. And what I probably should have done, all right, that's it for Krud Kutter and 223 RCBS dyes. Take 2 on unrusting and restoring to a nice luster. Back for more. Alrighty, this has to be better than what I just attempted to do on my redneck truck. I have an old Weston, couple of old Weston Nerf bars, step bars, whatever you want to call them. And the black pads have broken, worn off, whatever. So I got 4 new ones. 3 went in fine. 1 did not. Just got sent 2 more. Exact same fucking problem. Terrible fucking design. Terrible. Terrible. Alright, so as you can see, hopefully this is better. We have a noisy ass truck. This, you can see the interesting, that'll buff out, but the rust is all gone here. So is the FedEx guy is jamming. So is the bluing. So again, rust looks like it's gone. Bluing's gone. Goodbye, FedEx, loud ass motherfucker. This rust is gone. The bluing is gone here, and I was wrong yesterday when I said that. Maybe if I put it. When I said there was no cedar plug, this is the actual cedar plug. Picture looked a little bit different. I forgot how tiny 223 is. Firing pin, rust free, still got gunk. And this was on the firing pin. Firing pin. Fuck. Decapping pin. Alright, so that's my mess of stuff. Now I will let this kind of rinse off a bit, kind of drain, and then do a little washy wash with soap and water. Back later.